Hello and welcome to Things Happening Around the World. Today's video is going to be Biden's speech that he gave in Tulsa. Forgive me if I pronounced the name wrong. So many of you probably already know that he spoke about what took place on June 1st, 1921, about 100 years ago. To be exact, there was a massacre there by white supremacists, and the horrible things that they did. Pretty much, I'm just gonna try to summarize Joe Biden's speech for you guys. But if you guys want, you guys can go to his Twitter page and find the whole speech there, which is 47 minutes. But pretty much what he said, I'm just gonna say the main things that he said. One of the main things. He said that all the horrible stuff that took place there. The first thing he wanted to break was the silence. He was the first president in 100 years to visit that area. That is mind-boggling. He was speaking about how it was, we should not try to, try to erase these type of things, because he said there was an effort to erase, this from memories and stuff, but of course it's not going to work. So he said he's the first one, in president in 100 years to visit there to break the silence, because he said not even the people in Tesla, before they used to learn about the massacre taking place, let alone the whole country. He wants to break that silence there so people can know about it, and maybe that way it can does some type of healing and rebuilding and stuff. And he said they never got a chance to rebuild because in the heart of it there was a highway built, and other the people of there, they struggled with other things as well. He said over thousands of homes and businesses were destroyed. Over 10,000 people were pretty much homeless and displaced, and there was graves where a bunch of mass grave where a bunch of people were put in, and people tied to cars, being dragged, and also private planes used to drop bombs and stuff. So it was one of the heinous things that took place in the human, one of the most heinous thing I actually heard about that took place in the human history. And it's just sad because it was an area which was thriving, doctors, lawyers, and name it, they were all there. It was an area for this was during segregation. It was just their own area, but it was thriving and stuff. And he said because of one incident of a white girl and a black guy, it was something small, and then in the court it became a scuffle, and then one thing led to another, and then there was a one big massacre that took place there, and a lot of people died in it. And then over time, people tried to be silent about it, like it never took place. But he said he was there, to talk about he talked about all the disparities that the minority communities are facing, and what he's gonna do about it. And what are some ways that he can help is supporting the black owned businesses, like the small brown businesses, the small businesses, pretty much they're owned by minorities, and other ways. And there were 3 people there, survivors from the massacre, and one of the survivors talked about like how when she saw the resurrections, which happened on January 6th, you guys know what happened in Washington D.C. Trump supporters going there. It said it broke her heart, etc. So he said that hate just hides, and when you give it a little air, oxygen, it comes out. He was talking about pretty much when the KKK did a protest or whatever in Charlotte or whatever. I have to read more about it, but he was just speaking about like when Donald Trump came into power or whatever, it started to come again and stuff. So I'm glad he did this, and he's doing something about it, and he brought light to this. So he said that we're gonna know about this, and people should know about this and read about it, etc. And he said we should repair, rebuild. And so he said he came to end that silence that was there, about this whole massacre taking place. He said that currently the biggest threat that's facing this nation is not ISIS or Al Qaeda, it's actually the white supremacists. And he said it's not according to him, it's according to the intelligence community. So I tried my best, to sum up what he said. He also talked about the voting right. You know how he thought, it was thing of the past, like because of the 1960 in the 1960 when they did the voting thing. But he said even now there's like huge issue with voting and etc. So he's gonna try to work on. So you guys can go and check out his speech. I tried to sum it up as best as I could, and if I messed anything up, please call me out on it. I'm just trying to recall the best to my abilities, to my knowledge. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you guys for tuning in, and for more informative videos, don't forget to subscribe and tune in next time. Till then, take care of yourselves.